remember them all. I can't do it. Just can't wrap my head around how this silly game is played. I might as well give up now.
I could be spending this time practicing. Instead, I am forced to help explain such simple rules to this Ojel.
I could waste seasons with this Kuda, and still he would never learn the ways of Tibahatse. Dryskins call it hip and tail ball. 2 teams of 5 pass a ball with only their hips, elbows, or tails. When the ball hits the opposing team's mud wall, a point is scored. And then, of course, there are the 2 reed hoops. One hoop is 30 hands high, the other 50. Hit the ball into the lower hoop, and your team is awarded 3 points. Hit it through the upper hoop, and the game is concluded. The team with the highest score wins. Well, the basics of the game are, yes, but without knowing all the rules, one can never hope to truly succeed in playing such a sport. Why the Wood Elf even wants to play, I do not know. If you are so willing, then by all means.
I can't do it. Just can't wrap my head around how this silly game is played. I might as well give up now. It's this hip and ball game. I've tried to understand it, but there's just too many rules for me to follow. I don't want to play without even knowing the basics. Say, you seem like a reasonable sort. Perhaps you know a little something about this sport. Just the most important rules, plainly spoken.
Okay.
Aha! All right. I think I have it now. All right. So, hitting the wall earns you 1 point. The lower hoop earns you 3 points, and the upper hoop ends the game. Isn't that right?
Finally, he gets it. Very well, then. We will explain the other rules as we play. Perhaps that will be easier.
How wondrous. Now we are stuck with this Kuda for who knows how long. At least he does not wish to play Tiba Enu. Even I have trouble remembering the rules to that game.
If only you would arrive every time a Dryskin wishes to play our game. I erect the spine of gratitude, Biko.
You're welcome. Okay. I've heard that game is hard to remember. Oh, yeah. So the empty nest quest. Nope, you didn't need allies for that.
Your betrothed awaits you, dear suitors. No need to be shy. Everyone gets the jitters, but this is ridiculous.
Oh, another quest here. Alright.
This is what I'm talking about. How hard is it to boldly strut up to a stranger and express some interest? You get it. If we had more suitors as stiff-spined as you, the ceremony would be well underway.
I beg your pardon?
The bonding ritual? Are you not here to witness our most sacred tradition? It's a beautiful, lively affair. Usually. Our guests have not seen fit to join us for the ceremony.
Why not?
Hiss knows we have been gracious hosts to the suitors of our neighboring tribes, plying them with feasts and phlegm wine. But now that it's time to renew vows of kinship, their limp is wilting lilies when they should be rising to the occasion.
Let's see if I can find out what the holdup is. Right, I'll see if I can find out what the holdup is.
Normally the Black Tongue tribe are eager to participate. Many a Brightthroat can call the Black Tongues their root kin. But the only thing Wakumat has been quick to provide today are excuses. I hope he'll be more forthcoming with you.
Alright, who is Rakumat, the Black Tongue suitor?
Oh no, he is a bearer of Rusul the Infirm. Rusul is a frequent visitor and suitor, beloved sire to many a Black Tongue and Brightthroat since before my egg mother was in her shell. Normally he would be first in line for the bonding. It's true, Rusul must be carried about by his bearers for most everything. But before the bonding, he's like a Saxhleel possessed. His vigor is legend. Last season's bonding ended with his bungalow stilts driven flush to the ground.
I see, and and the other suitors?
The others are new to me. Bihuna is one of the Root House people, so if she puts hands on you, it isn't a romantic gesture. Hold tightly onto any familial jewels. Dite, on the other hand, is as inscrutable as any moss skin.
Right. Do any other Markmire tribes participate in your bonding ritual?
Never the ghost people or Stonepile people, certainly. We used to see more of the Mire dancers and Copper Eyes, but we haven't seen much of them since they were taken to Mazatoon, and sadly the Dead Water remained distant and reserved as always.
Alright. Which tribes have sent suitors on this year?
Our longtime allies, the Black Tongues, the Moskins, and the Root House people. They aren't normally so apprehensive.
Alright. Who are the Black Tongues?
The Black Tongues dwell in the shadow places, giving praise and offerings to Sithis. They take great pains to ensure as many of their clutches are born under the sign of shadow as possible. Perhaps too much, but I would not question their methods.
Do they frighten you?
Only when I'm reminded that they know every root and flower's killing secret. All the more reason to welcome them as friends, yes? You'll find no more attentive parents outside the Brightthroats, and they are great alchemists and gardeners also.
Very cool. Why can't you tell me about the Root House people?
We welcome them with open arms, of course, but only after our valuables are carefully tucked away. They take what they want by quiet theft or intimidation. Failing that, they take it by force. Better to give what you can afford to lose.
They sound like thugs. Why invite them?
They are brutes, yes. But useful brutes when war winds blow.
Ah,
Their strength rivals that of the Dead Water tribe. They just lack the Naga's wisdom. In the end, they are still our neighbors. Better to welcome them as friends than face them as enemies.
Alright, fair enough. Can you tell me more about the Moskins?
The Moskins value peace above all else, and peace without requires peace within. They go where the river takes them, no matter the circumstances. Of all the tribes, they are the most serene. Death, war, lean years, nothing ruffles their frills.
So they're pacifists?
More indifferent.
Okay.
All the world's horrors, the quiet fears that keep men and Myr awake at night, all of it rolls off their backs. People think we Brightthroats take things in stride. The Moskins make us look like fretful ducklings.
Okay. Can we discuss something else?
Of course, though I hope it will not take much longer. The Brightthroat betrothed have waited long enough already, I think. If we are to set the mood right, best to do so soon.
Okay. I'm gonna see what it says here. I'm just gonna play dumb. What is this bonding ritual exactly? A wedding?
It's the future of our tribe. The bonds we create today ensure the peace and prosperity of future generations by tying our tribes together as one.
Okay.
The bonding ritual ensures every generation of Brightthroats calls their neighbors Eggkin.
Oh, okay. So the Suitors are marrying into your tribe, or something like that.
Marrying? It is a joyous time, yes. Usually. Most tribes have festivities surrounding bondings, but none compare to that of the Brightthroats. Travelers come from far and wide to join the celebration and witness the joining of so many tribes.
Do all the Merkmar tribes participate in your bonding ritual?
Never the ghost people or stone pile
okay,
people,
okay,
certainly.
okay.
We used to see more of the Mire dancers and Copper Eyes, but we haven't seen much of them since they were taken to Mazatoon, and sadly the Dead Water remain distant and reserved as always.
Alright, thank you. Alright, we got another quest here. We're moving around the bonding ritual, so I'm gonna cut here and then I'll be back with the next part.